So, Devils, J-Dog back to answer some more goddamn questions. Questions we're going over today are on the fucking poser story from J-Dog. Hell school years. Called it then, it was right. Shit, this could be a fucking, yeah, about that fucking born-again piece of shit Christian Andrew. That's what the story was about. It's posted 3 weeks ago. See what the fuck people had to say about this one, if they thought it was funny or not, or what the fuck they had to say. I scrolled all the way to the bottom. Just get the bottom questions again, like I told you guys. Some question marks. Charlie B. J. Rocka. That list of best-selling HHR releases is pretty whack. Whack, does that mean good or bad? Question is, how come the only good releases HHR has are reissues like Profanatica, that Beharit and Last Days of Humanity? Why are all the bands you guys signed total garbage? Literally all of them. Well, first off, total garbage. I mean, that's in the ears of the beholder. That's a little bit of a bold statement. So bands like Skeletal's total garbage, Abysmal Lord's total garbage, and you said Profanatica reissues. So what are you talking about, bro? We signed them. We're the ones that did the Profanatica Profanatus album, the debut album. That wasn't a reissue. We pressed it over the years, but you must be one of the 16, 17-year-olds that were playing with the G.I. Joes at the time when we put that out. And where did that come out initially? 2008, 6, somewhere around there. Probably playing with G.I. Joes, because, yeah, we put that out officially. Bah, bah. And same with all the other albums, too. So those are signings. Apparently you like those. So what about Abysmal Lord? That's up the alley. Did you even listen to them? And then I will say this. A lot of the reissues, those are my favorites, too. Like the Morticians, the Incantations, Deceased, Centurions, Unlords, Last Days of Humanity. Those, but I mean, again, total garbage. I mean, so you don't like anything by Nunslaughter? Those signings are us. Like, we're the ones that we didn't reissue. The albums reissued by Nunslaughter was Hell's Unholy Fire and Goat at points, but we were the original people to put out Hex. Angelic Dread, Red is the Color. So those albums and tons of 7-inch and shit like that. I'm trying to think of other bands based off what you mentioned. Sounds like you're kind of more into the. I guess it's kind of surprised you like Last Days of Humanity as long as Beharit and Profanatica. But like I said, if you like Beharit too, I mean, like Abysmal Lord, I mean, that's definitely up your alley. I mean, the thing is, even if you don't like them, total garbage. Like, I don't go out like, for example, a lot of the stuff, like I've said a million times, a Maggot Stomp or $20 spin. A lot of it, I'm just kind of like, I don't need it, I'm not going to buy it. That doesn't put it as total garbage. Total fucking garbage to me is goddamn Vlad Tepes or something, or Krieg. That's total garbage, unlistenable. Like, just because you kind of didn't like it. I mean, that's a pretty fucking tall statement. So I don't know. Get your ears fucking clean. Seems like you need to check some shit out and get your facts straight before you fucking ask a stupid question like that. Because Profanatica, that at least you like them. That was on our fucking we did release them. That's our reissue. Mike Wilder, what is the obsession with posers? Always talking and complaining about it. Man, we got a lot of complaints in this video. I don't get it. I personally think J-Dog is not metal at all, except for being passionate about the music, and I don't care. How am I not metal at all? As I listen to this fucking metal, that doesn't make fucking sense. You mean in the sense of my walking around with bullet belts and gauntlets all fucking day and long hair, shit like that? You used to have long hair. Cut it because this fucking Hulkamania is running wild in my head, and I know when it looks like shit, you cut it. You don't just keep it going. Like Shane Embry, looks like ass. So I cut it. Maybe complaining about posers makes him think it is elevating him a bit. Enough with that poser word. He's got 6 replies. So those poser stories are pretty damn funny. From distributor call points, he says. And poser metal records do. The posers are ruining metal. Metal won't survive much longer if we don't do something about it. So the thing is, let's give me who the fuck left? Mike Wilder. Definitely don't recognize you, so shout out to you, brah. Positive or negative, I like the fucking comments because it's good for the fucking channel. And you're totally allowed to disagree. That's completely fine. Doesn't mean I don't like you or anything. I don't really have a problem with it. It's for starters, it's kind of an entertaining story, and let's call it like it is. Anytime I kind of mention posers or something in titles, those are the videos get the most views. So either people A, think it's fun to listen to, B, agree, or that's what they want to click on, because those are literally, look at my videos, just look at the views. Those are the ones that have anything talking about posers, calling out the Nurgles, the Tom Warriors, is Glenn Benton the biggest poser in the scene? Those type of videos, they literally have the most views. Literally. I mean, with the exception of the Satanic Warmaster Racist, because everybody's a fucking drama gay boy in this fucking world, and they want to hear just about drama shit. So that one's got, I think, the king of views. Last I looked, it was like 6,000. I haven't looked in a couple months, but I'm pretty sure that's the all-time most viewed video. But so part of it is, yeah, I guess you want to call it clickbait or whatever, but also to, because as a young devil, I guess you could say the posers got me fucking annoyed. Now, I honestly, dude, I really, to be honest with you, I kind of fucking give a shit less. I'm a grown ass man, and part of it, maybe the reason I don't care is because I don't really see too many people on the outside. The only time I see like people, for the most part, is literally at my gym on a daily basis. I don't even do the grocery shopping. Well, LCAT does the groceries, so and then I'm at the warehouse all day. There's only a handful of people here, and some of it's fucking family and friends that we hired, and that's it. It's like 5 people here on a daily basis when I'm here. So I'm not around the everyday person. In that case, if I was and I was getting all these fucking what's here, the band's here guys on a regular basis, maybe I would still be annoyed by it like I was in high school. But again, maybe as an adult, just don't kind of fucking care. I just roll my eyes and just they're fucking idiots. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't say that I'm outraged. Like, whatever people want to listen to, they can listen to. It's just calling out some of the stupidity. Like as far as I guess what kind of annoys me with the posers, which is when people like they claim to like something, but they clearly don't. For example, like somebody was justifying, I think maybe it was the Nergal video, maybe not justifying, but bringing it up, which he was right. Like saying, oh, these guys probably were passionate about it and liked the music when they were in teenage years, early 20s, just like that. Now they don't, like the Nergals, like I was saying. And he's like, I think that's just the same for a lot of these guys. Somebody put in that comment too, Ishan of Emperor, Ishan, or how the fuck you say his name, is he made a comment, which I never heard him say this, one of the devils in the comments, is that he doesn't he doesn't listen to metal. Metal is just a job. This is the guy put that's a shame. The thing is we're on calling out kind of the annoyance. Oh, they used to like it. Did they? Because to me, when this whole fucking thing, I used to be into it, that's the true definition of poser. Not the image, not what other bands you like. Oh, if you like Nirvana as well as fucking the brutal shit, that makes you a poser. I don't think that does. If you know the real shit, then you're at least in the loop and you're not a poser. And if you liked it for years and years on end, this I'm leaving the scene shit, that makes you a poser because it's called like the fuck it is. If you're truly passionate or you enjoy something, what do you mean you don't like it anymore? That's the equivalent to me. Back to the guy, equivalent to me, back to I forget who it was saying about he's talking about Pizza Thrash. And I made this similar joke and too, like it's like, what's wrong with Pizza Thrash? You don't like pizza? What's next? You don't like sex and ice cream? Same thing with these guys getting out of metal. What do you mean you don't like metal anymore? That's literally the equivalent to me saying, I don't like sex anymore. I don't like ice cream anymore. I don't like pizza anymore. You know what I mean? You liked it when you were a kid. You like it to the day you die. What do you mean? What do you mean you don't like it anymore? So the people are getting on the metal scene. I don't like that black metal stuff anymore. That was when I was a kid. That death metal. No, you were never into it to begin with, man. You were never fucking into it to begin with. You were half-assed into it because you needed some type of club to fit into. It looked cool to your buds. It looked rebellious. It got an outrage from your teachers in high school, your mamas and nanas. It got you some type of attention, whether it be negative attention or whatever. You thought you were a tough guy, or you thought it was whatever the fuck you thought reason was. That's why you were in it. You weren't into it because you were a fucking fan of the music, and it gave you fucking goosebumps listening to it, and you just loved it and wanted to put it on repeat. Bull fucking shit, you do. You never liked it because if you did, you'd still like it. That's all I'm saying. I'm just calling them fucking clowns out. Again, if a fucking 40-year-old guy's like, I don't fucking like having sex, I would just kind of like, that's fucking weird. You know what I mean? Don't care. You can do whatever the hell you want. It's just kind of weird. That's all. Unleashed Raider, Cold Lake is definitely a gay album. Slipknot is ultra gay. I agree. Yeah, I gotta honestly say, I'm like mind boggled how anyone likes anything by Celtic Frost after Two Megatherium. Like Into the Pandemonium, even a lot of people do. I thought when I heard that, I was like, this is the gayest shit I've ever fucking heard. I literally thought that, and I know if you like it, it's cool. I don't care. It's just blow. I think that shit is gay as fuck. I've always thought. I thought that literally because that the first thing I heard by Celtic Frost was Into the Pandemonium, and I was like 13 or 14 years old, and it was Jim Kanye, aka Jim Sadist. When I first or second time met him, got like Frost. Frost, is that fucking gay, man? I don't like that shit. Talking about that's the most metal band in the whole wide world. It's like Mr. Air Force One t-shirt and what was on there, Mexican radio, or is that on the one after, or whatever the hell's on there? I was like, shit's horrible, dude. So, I'm not talking about that album. Yeah, that album sucks. So I'm talking about Morbid Tales, Emperor's Return. I was like, I haven't heard those ones. I remember this shit's out of print completely. The only way you were kind of getting in the late 90s, early 2000s was eBay for somebody's collection. So I hadn't heard it. And then he made me like a dub CDR or something. So, yeah, this shit's good. But I mean, dude, like at 13, I heard In the Pandemonium. Like, this fucking sucks ass. And the ones after and shit, I mean, I don't know. I don't even like that shit. Spencer King, Brava, you dismember your washing machine? We're wearing the same shirt as yesterday. I pre-record a lot of videos, Brava. Sometimes I do. Sometimes on a Saturday, I'll crank out 5 videos in one because most days I would try to record at least one video, but a lot of times I don't get time to. And as you guys know, hey, I'm going to have a video up for you guys every fucking day for as long as I can. No exceptions. This is fucking, I post 3 videos a week. That's for fucking slack fucks in my book. A video a day or get the fuck off YouTube as far as I'm concerned. Nail Black, question mark. J-Dog, how were your Cannibal Corpse tickets $200 for two? I'm going to the same show, and both mine with tax was $78.50. Got them through the AXS app. Anyway, I'll buy you and Kat a beer that night. Oh, you're going to be there, Nailback? Sweet. Those tickets are like 55. Yeah, you know what? So I found out. J-Dog got fucking butt raped because he's out of the loop with all this technology and 50 different platforms of social media and all this bullshit. Bought them online. LCAT bought them. I said, I just gave her the credit card, just buy them in case it sells out because it's at the Agora. And the fact that it's Cannibal, Dark Funeral, Immolation, three pretty big bands. I'm not saying it's going to sell out, but if it did, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm like, well, I can't miss that, so I got to get them. Anyways, whatever she got them through is some type of rip-off website that's buying them and reselling them because the same thing happened at DSI. We paid $50 a ticket for the Cleveland show. We went to Columbus. We didn't pre-buy a ticket. Drove up there and paid at the door. I was like, yeah, 2 tickets, whatever. She's like, that'll be $60. I'm like, 2 tickets total? She's like, yeah. I was like, how much did the ticket? She's like, I was like, they're 30 a piece? Yeah, only 30. I'm like, shit. Because the funny thing is, for the Columbus show, I looked it up online. I was like, how much are tickets? Somebody selling them $60 a piece. So when she said 60, I figured, oh, she hadn't heard me. Just maybe she didn't. I don't know. Maybe she was blind. Didn't see LCAT fucking standing a half a foot away from me, right? She thought she was in line. I don't know. So I was like, oh fuck. I mean, so that's what they're doing. Live and learn, right? So yeah, just somebody fucking raped J-Dog, but at least I got the fucking ticket. So I mean, it's live and learn, right? But that you are right. Somebody bet me over. Because usually I don't know because I can't even tell you the last time I bought a ticket online. I usually just pay at the door because I'm not going to some big ass fucking shows, right? So Ryan 02, J Dog. Fucking health question, god damn it. I have high LDL cholesterol at 140, and that sucks. I want to bring it down. 37 years old, weigh 170 to 175, height 5'10". Do you have any tips or suggestions? I started taking Metamucil dietary fiber. I mix it in water once a day. I cut out a lot of dairy too. Thanks, big dog. Appreciate you. If you've tips, if they don't work, you can fucking hire J-Dog for $100 a month. Any questions you want, sources, etc. for anything you need, whether it be pharmaceuticals, fucking supplements. Not that I sell them, I just guide you in the right direction of how to get them. Supplement brands, I recommend everything. Adding in the Metamucil, that's good. The brand I use by Fiber, because that will help lower your LDL cholesterols. The brand I use is Species Nutrition. It's called Fiber Lies. That will absolutely lower your LDL cholesterols. I know I have before and after blood works myself, and I've known tons of other people that did it. It lowered mine by about 40 points. 147, that's not too bad. I would definitely like to see it a little lower. If you want to be kicking, would you say 140? Yeah, 140 is not horrible. I wouldn't be like shitting your pants or anything, especially if your HDL is over 40. I wouldn't be too worried. If your HDL is under 40 and you have the LDLs that high or more, then I'd definitely start to be concerned. But yeah, so I would do that. Start with the fiber, include more essential fatty acids, things like fish oil, avocados, mixed nuts. See if that helps. Test your LDLs in another 6 weeks or whatever. If that don't help and your diet's relatively clean too, you're not eating a bunch of processed foods and you're exercising too, that'll all help. Me personally, I would add in with the 140s, that should bring it down a little bit fire. Let's say you're at about 120 or so. Me personally, just me, I would add in something like 5 milligrams of rosuvastatin, aka Crestor, 5 milligrams before bed. That's actually what I have done, and it brings my LDLs run about just under 80, about 78. And the reason I did that too is because my HDLs always run a little low, so I wanted to at least bring the LDLs down. My C-reactive protein is low as fuck. I actually just had a blood work again for the 5th time this year. 3 weeks ago, and I had a high sensitivity C-reactive protein, which is a huge measurement for fucking heart disease and plaque buildup in the arteries and things like that. Mine was zero point 0.3. So with a zero point 0.3, now LDL's under 80. I'm pretty comfortable with those numbers, even though my HDL is low. Give that a shot. If not, if you need more questions, hire the old dog. Fanny Boylan, do you have any Angel Witch in your collection? I might have the first LP. I like it, especially there's a couple tracks, but it's kind of like I'm not a huge fan of it. But what is it? The title track, Angel Witch. It's kind of a sing along, and it's kind of poppy almost in a sense for its time. But I kind of like it. But I'm not gonna sit there and say I'm a huge fan. I don't like it as much as like Creator, Pleasure to Kill, or something like that, or Destruction, Sentence of Death. You know, it's something like I don't like it as much as that. But it's a good record. Sewer Vomit, J-Dog, question: how do you feel about the used CD market? What do you mean? What do you mean? Like someone selling their CDs that are used on eBay or something? They're allowed to do whatever they want. Is that what you mean? Is there a market? I'm not sure if I know what you're talking about. If someone's just selling their shit on Discogs or eBay, hell, I've bought sometimes ones I missed out, so it's benefited me at times. The only thing is, if it's used, I don't want I don't want cum stains on the fucking booklet, and I don't want a goddamn disc where someone took sandpaper and looked like they said, fuck you to it. It's got to be maybe not completely mint, fresh off the press condition, but I want it as close to that as possible. And when it is, I have no problem buying it. And if it's rare and out of print and I got to pay $100 because I missed out or whatever, so be it. I'm just glad to have the fucking service available. But if you're talking about some type of market out there, is that something? Again, I ask because right with the ticket sales, fucking getting bent over this shit. People ask me stuff, and it's like just kind of like a known fact going around. They're like, J-Dog, well, how do you not know about it? Dude, I don't know shit about nothing. Other than the topics I tell you I do. But if I don't, I'll be the first to tell you. Goldie Tonser, do you consider early Cannibal Corpse, Immolation, and Broken Hope brutal death metal? I mean, yeah, I do. What the fuck do you consider it? If not, I absolutely do. You got two replies. Vic Legina, nope. I mean, nope. So Swamp and War is not brutal death metal. Tomb and Mutilate is not brutal death metal. Butcher the Burst not brutal death metal. With Immolation, Dawn of Possession is not brutal death metal. What the fuck is it then? Yeah, I mean, how is it not? I would say those are the early forefront bands of brutal death metal. Yeah, this Cannibal Corpse, Immolation, Suffocation, Broken Hope, Gorefest, Sinister. I mean, a shitload of other, but I mean, I would say those are the early fucking Baphomet, Mortician, Incantation. I mean, those are like the beginnings of brutal death metal. Because prior to that, um, Morbid Angels, Slaughter, Death, Possessed. That was kind of like the first generation death metal. I would consider it brutal. Love that shit. It's fucking phenomenal. Love the stuff. You know what I mean? Absolutely not saying dog at all. Massacre, but I wouldn't consider that brutal death metal. Brutal death metal to me is when it's down tuned, they're thrown in blast beats, and it's got the really low guttural vocals. That's when I think of brutal death metal. That's what I think of. If it's not brutal death metal, that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion, but I mean, what the fuck is it then? Like, I don't know. I've been in this stuff for a long time, brah. And those are some of my favorite bands that you're mentioning. If it's not, so I think I'm pretty diverse and educated on the topic. So if it's not, inform me what the fuck I've been not knowing for the last 25 fucking years or whatever I've been in this. Let's get one more goddamn question. Maybe you guys got some good ones on this. Actual question marks. Maybe starting from the bottom is the way to go. It seems like when I went to the bottom of the page, there's more in there. Maybe fucking there's something on YouTube I don't know about too. It's social media. They put all the question marks towards the bottom. J-Dog, you dumbo fuck. Possibility. Like I said, a lot of shit I don't know. 6 hours. I did 19 hours on 3 planes. I'm not sure what the fuck that's about. From Aegis Raven. Maybe something I said. Little over 90. Question. Even though you have known Athnar and Dawn of the Dead for years, do you ever have them sign your albums? You know, it's funny you say that. No, I have never had Don or Jamie sign any of my stuff because I kind of met them as friends at the same time as being a fan of their band. Not the exact same time, but pretty fucking close within. So I never had them sign anything, but it has crossed my mind, even like, for example, because I've met them several times. For example, Christian is a national show. I'll be at Pumped. It's at No Class. It's in November or October. whatever the fuck it is. Christian's playing. Who the fuck won't be there? That's, I'm looking forward to it. God damn it. I've met the three brothers several times. He remembers me, Eric, and Chase. We've had him sign all our shit. I got pictures with them. I'm not going to say we're best friends or something, but kind of know the guys. I mean, kind of. You know what I mean? I mean, they met him several times. So it's almost kind of like as a grown ass man asking him to sign some shit. It's like, should I? I don't know. It's kind of cheesy, kind of embarrassing. Same with Mortician coming up this Saturday, goddammit. But I made up my mind. I'm going to bring my hack up for barbecue, have Will and Roger sign it. And I think I'm going to do that for Christian too. Maybe Apocalyptic Revelations, because that's probably my favorite Christian albums of all time, like I said. And a black Sharpie on that. An orange cover look nice and sharp, just like my CD is. Have sign it. Part of it is I'm still a huge fan. And it's like, I'm going to be glad when, like, say one of the guys dies or all of them die. It's like look at this piece of thing. I'm a huge fan of the album. I got it commemorated and it's signed by them. So it'd be the same with even Don or something, not just a friend, but a fan of his music, signed Hell's and Holy Fire. Jamie signed probably my favorite Midnight album's probably Satanic Royalty. Album-wise, probably Satanic Royalty, but a lot of my favorite songs are on the Complete and Total Hell or Midnight, whatever you have, like Unholy and Rotten. Unholy and Rotten is probably my favorite Midnight song of all time. In case you happen to give a flying fuck. So I never have, but it's funny. That has been in the back of my mind, like kind of like, I don't know, does it look fucking cheesy? It was somebody else, too, that crossed my mind recently. Like, should I have my son, my shit? I don't know. I feel like kind of a tool because I know him. But it's like, yeah, it's just because I kind of know the guys or if I'm semi-friends with them or am friends with them. At the same time, I'm a fan, too, you know what I mean? So keep that in mind. And because when I look back at all my stuff that's signed, my photos, going over memory lane, I'm really glad I did it. You know what I mean? I'm super glad. It's like fucking memories, and it's what I'm into. So what the fuck? Why the fuck not, right? So, but that's the plan. I think I'll definitely bring the Mortician LP this weekend. So like I said, I'll be the first one. Having guys that I've met Mortician many, many times. All my Mortician CDs are signed by Will and Roger, and the ones Desmond's on, like a Zombie Apocalypse and stuff. I had him sign those. So fuck it. I mean, but I'll probably bring not go crazy, bring all my LPs. I think the very first pressing Hacked for Barbecues, that's probably my favorite Mortician release. It was the first vinyl we did, with the exception of the Flesh Grind Split Live LP. So the first album we did was the Mortician. We did two pressings, and we were pressing like 8 years later or something. But the very first pressing with the Stoutland covers, I showed it on camera. That was actually my very, very first video. So look it up, December 24th. Goddamn it, very first video. Bring that copy, 100 copies on blue splatter vinyl. Probably have Will and Roger sign it, even though look. I don't think they're going to think of some tool or something. I don't think they're going to give a fuck. Why would they? And a nice black Sharpie and that beautiful blue Wes Benscotter art. I think it's going to be fucking look sick as fuck, right? So, yeah, that's the plan. And fuck it. I'll do it. As far as Don and Jim. I mean, Don and, yeah, there you go. Jim. I never had him sign anything, right? I mean, now he's dead and gone. So, probably should have, right? So, I don't even have a fucking photograph with Jim. You know what I mean? Never got a photo with him. Just because he's just a friend. I just didn't think to. You know what I mean? Well, I just thought it looked kind of fucking cheesy or gay or teenage girlish, you know what I mean? I don't know. Never did. So probably should have, though, right? They learn. Anyways, that's it for this one, Devils. Comments, questions, concerns. You know what the fuck to do? Put it in the goddamn comment section and we'll get an answer tomorrow. Later, goddamn it.